Hello, crypto fans. Welcome to ChainWiz. Stefan is here again, and today we will learn basics of Java programming language. Here are some key reasons why learning Java is considered valuable. One of them is platform independence, versatility, or strong community and ecosystem. But most important thing of all of these is object-oriented programming principles. Java is an object-oriented programming language emphasizing concepts like encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Learning Java provides a solid foundation in OOP principles, which are widely used in modern software development. Also, very important thing about Java programming language is that learning Java improves problem-solving skills. That means that Java syntax and structure encourage good programming practices and problem-solving skills. Learning Java can help developers think critically and logically when designing and implementing solutions. The main reason for that is OOP programming that I talked about earlier, and we need to know basics of OOP programming and need to know what is exactly that. Object-oriented programming, or OOP, is a programming paradigm that revolves around the concepts of object, which are instances of classes. OOP is based on a set of principles and concepts that facilitate the design, organization, and maintenance of software systems. The key concepts in object-oriented programming are objects, classes, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, association, composition, message passing, and state behavior. And we will talk about all of them. Firstly, we need to talk about objects and classes because they are main reasons for object-oriented programming quality. Before we create our first Java program or Java application, we need to have a simple text editor or an integrated development environment or IDE. For that purpose, we will use NetBeans IDE version 8.2. That is older version of NetBeans, but it is very simple and for beginners is maybe the best option. First, we will need to click on New Project in top left corner, and this is that yellow icon. When you click on it, you need to choose Java and Java application on the right side. Then you will click Next and put some project name. Name of our first application will be first Java app. And when you've done that, you need to click finish. When it is loaded, you will see your interface and there are public class, first Java app, and main method public static void main. We will talk about main later in this tutorial. Now we need to talk about classes and objects. Classes are blueprints or templates for creating objects. They define the properties and behaviors that objects of the class will have. A class serves as a model for creating multiple objects with similar characteristics. And now we will talk about objects. Objects are instances of classes and represent real-world entities or concepts in the software. For example, a car class could have objects representing individual car with specific characteristics and behaviors. In real life, class would be BMW and object would be X7. For that purpose, we will create our first Java class with right click on this first Java app package. When you click right, you need to click on New and Java class. Class name would be a car, and you need to click Finish. When we created the car class, we are seeing this interface with public class car. We will talk about public later in this tutorial. Now we need to talk about class and objects. Every class in Java need to have attributes, or in real life, every person have their own attributes. Car need to have a name, and we will give this class their attribute named name. We will text that. And now, when we have first attribute of our class named car, we can manage the objects. Also, we can create objects. To create objects, we need to have constructors or setters and getters. Constructors are functions that integrated in Java programming language, and we will talk about them later in this tutorial. For now, we need to know a concept of object. I will create some constructor on Alt Insert on our keyboards, click constructor and choose name and generate that. Now, when I created a constructor, I can create many objects. And now we will create our first object. Java application is running in main class. So we need to go to main class, and when we are here, we can create our first object. Name of our first object will be a car1. To create a car1 object of class car, you need to recall class car, and on control space you will choose class car in this pop-up menu. When you clicked on car, you need to give name to your first object. Our first object will be named car1. When you created that, you need to type equals and call function new, and on control space you need to type name of your class. On control space you need to choose car, and you need to give your first object a name because that is his attribute. Name of our first object will be BMW. Now we are created our first object. Before we show that we created a real object in our console, we need to go back to car class and to create some getters and setters. We will talk about them also in next tutorials. Now you need to know to click on Alt and Insert on keyboard and choose getter and setter. Click enter and pick car and name string, and you now will click on generate. When we have created getters and setters, we need to go back on first Java app in our main class. Now we will show that we created car 1, and the name of our car 1 is BMW. Purpose of that is car need to have his name, and his name will be BMW like his attribute. Now in main method we will show that we created some of our objects. We will do that with system out print. Type out, and now click Control Space and choose system out print ln. We will talk about that also later in our tutorial. Now, when we have getters and setters, we can call a name of our object. We will type car1 because this is the name of our object, and when we click dot, we need to click on get name. In this way, we called our method, our getter that we created earlier, and this getter will send us name of our first object. Now we will click on this icon, this green icon, run project. When we click on that, our running is here, and in console we will see name of our object. Now that we have created our first object, we can finish today's lecture because objects and classes are the most important parts of programming, and these basics will help you to create concrete applications and finally the blockchain. In the next video, we will speed up the process and learn much more serious things that will lead us to creating real applications. Don't think that this was easy, because the real work is still waiting for you, and this introduction will mean a lot when we have to create many classes and many objects. Until then, watch the video several times to confirm your knowledge and wait for the new part, and of course press like, share and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye crypto fans.